The BJP has now announced its first list of 195 candidates covering about 16 states. And as they say that the biggest hitters of the Bharatiya Janata Party figures in this particular list, starting with Prime Minister Narendra Modi, who's going to contest from the Varanasi seat. As many as 34 union ministers and 2 former chief ministers are part of the first list. Now, releasing the list, BJP General Secretary Vinod Tawade said that 28 women candidates, 47 youth, 27 scheduled castes, 18 scheduled tribe and 57 OBC candidates are all part of this list. As far as the former chief ministers are concerned, at least 3 former chief ministers figure in this particular list that has been issued by the Bharatiya Janata Party. And of course, they're looking at the first move that has been made, making the full advantage of it. Remember, the poll dates haven't been notified as yet, but the Bharatiya Janata Party has already put out the first list of the Lok Sabha candidates. There are also surprise names as far as this list goes, particularly in the national capital, where sitting parliamentarians have been removed, new candidates have been brought in. We'll just break it down for all our viewers right now. We'll go state by state as far as these new candidates are concerned and those who have been retained. And of course, to start with the fact that you have the heavy lifting that has been done by the Prime Minister, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, also Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh. Let me bring in my colleague Niranjan, who's joining us from the Bharat Newsroom for more details on this. Niranjan, of course, the Bharatiya Janata Party making the most by being the first mover in this particular case and more importantly, fielding their heavyweights.
You know, Shavan, it's not easy when the Prime Minister says that this time around they want to win over 400 seats. It's not that easy, and the BJP knows that, and that is why many radical changes. Statement of intent when they said that, most union ministers, over 30 union ministers in the first list would be, released or would be known. It would be known that they will be contesting from one seat or the other. That announcement has been made. Many who were in the Rajya Sabha now contesting the Lok Sabha elections as well. So a statement of intent there as well. You spoke about the national capital. Many changes in the national capital. We had an idea that that was going to happen when we saw Gautam Gambhir's tweet this morning. But let me take you through the big seats, the big names, the big states. From Uttar Pradesh, Prime Minister Modi from Varanasi. He will continue to be a parliamentarian from Varanasi. He will fight from Varanasi in this election. That was the first name that was announced by the BJP. I'm going through the names one by one. Kiran Rijiju, Union Minister from Arunachal West. Some of the big names I'm taking you through, Shavan. Tapirgaon, Arunachal East. And you look at some of the big names. In fact, in West Bengal as well, a significant chunk of the seats has been announced. Remember, when most of these seats, when the announcement is made, these are states where the BJP will be fighting hard to win the election. So the preparedness is much more in these elections, which is why they will have to fight harder and prepare much more in these seats. And that is why perhaps they have released over 190 candidates in the first list. Taking you through some of the big names from Assam, you had Sarbananda Sonowal. From Dibrugarh, Union Minister, one of the big names fighting from Assam, his name was announced. And taking you through some of the other big names from Delhi, where the big surprise is this evening, Shavan, has been bowled by the BJP. Chandni Chowk, Praveen Khandelwal from Chandni Chowk this time around. From Northeast Delhi, Manoj Tiwari will be the candidate from Northeast Delhi. In New Delhi, daughter of Sushma Swaraj, the late Sushma Swaraj, her daughter Basuri Swaraj, who's also a spokesperson for the BJP, will be contesting. She's also an advocate. From West Delhi, Kamaljit Sehrawat has been named by the BJP as a candidate for the national capital's West Delhi constituency. And South Delhi, Ramveer Singh Biduri. So going for a complete sort of a rehaul. In North Goa, you have Shripad Yaso Naik. And I'm just going through some of the big names from Gujarat now. From Gujarat, you have Gandhinagar, Home Minister Amit Shah contesting from Gandhinagar once again. And Purushottam Rupala from Rajkot. I'm only going through the big names. Mansukh Mandavia from Porbandar. And Mansukh Mandavia, of course, is a union minister as well. I'm taking you through just the big names. Mansukh Wasava from Bharuch. State by state, in Jammu and Kashmir, the Udhampur seat, the BJP has announced its candidate. In Udhampur, Dr. Jitendra Singh will be the candidate. From Jammu, Jugal Kishore Sharma. So just two 2 seats being announced by the BJP in the first list. Let me take you through some of the other big names. Jharkhand, Nishikant Dubey, Godda. He continues to fight for the BJP from Godda once again. That's Nishikant Dubey. Taking you through some of the other big names. Geeta Koda from Singhbhum. Arjun Munda from Kunti. Arjun Munda is the current Union Minister for Agriculture, holds the agriculture portfolio. Taking you through some of the other big names from Kerala. Some very, very big surprises in the state of Kerala. Kasargod being announced. ML Ashwini. Raghunath from Kannur. Prafulla Krishna from Vadakara. MT Ramesh from Kozhikode. Dr. Abdul Salam from Malappuram. So,
श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के, हमारे माननीय गृह मंत्री अमित शाह जी की, हमारे राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष माननीय जेपी नड्डा जी की, हमारे राष्ट्रीय संगठन महामंत्री श्री BL संतोष जी की, हमारे दिल्ली प्रदेश के प्रभारी श्री जय पांडा जी की, सह प्रभारी बड़ी बहन अलका गुर्जर जी की, हमारे यशस्वी प्रदेश अध्यक्ष श्री वीरेंद्र सचदेवा जी की, हमारे संगठन महामंत्री प्रदेश में पवन राणा जी की, प्रत्येक भाजपा के कार्यकर्ता और संगठन की कि उन्होंने ये अवसर और ये दायित्व मुझे दिया है। अब मैं आपको कह रही हूँ, अब की बार और फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार, इसके संकल्प भाजपा का एक एक कार्यकर्ता नई दिल्ली लोकसभा सीट पर जाएगा और मुझे पूरा यकीन है कि हम तीसरी बार हमारे यशस्वी प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी को भारत का प्रधान सेवक बनाएंगे।
बीजेपी पहले से बहुत मजबूत है, इस बार क्या होने वाला है, किसको चुनौती मानते हैं, क्या कहना चाहते हैं?
देखिए, हम वोट मांगने जा रहे हैं हमारे लोकप्रिय प्रधानमंत्री श्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी की विकास की नीतियों, क्योंकि मोदी की गारंटी है और मोदी की गारंटी होती है गारंटी पूरे होने की गारंटी। और मैं जानती हूँ कि भारत की जनता को इतना अटूट विश्वास है मोदी जी की एक एक विकास की नीति पे कि हम इस बार 400 पार, फिर एक बार मोदी सरकार।
लोकप्रिय नेता सुषमा जी की आप बेटी हैं, उन्होंने देश के लिए बहुत बलिदान दिया है, आपको मौका मिल रहा है, क्या कहना चाहेंगे?
जी, मैं कहूंगी कि माँ का आशीर्वाद है, लेकिन ये टिकट मुझे नहीं मिली, ये टिकट एक एक भाजपा के कार्यकर्ता को मिली है और मैं इस अवसर के लिए बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देती हूँ।
Well, daughter of Sushma Swaraj, Masuri Swaraj is the candidate from New Delhi constituency. Remember, there's been a massive revamp as far as the Delhi constituencies are concerned. Sitting Minister Meenakshi Lekhi has also been dropped. Apart from that, Gautam Gambhir had already expressed his desire not to contest the elections. In fact, he said that he wants to be relieved. So, typically, what we have seen is that there have been massive changes that have been brought in. Let's also focus right now what's really happening in Uttar Pradesh. Because remember, last time, 62 of the 78 Lok Sabha seats went to the Bharatiya Janata Party. Now, after the Pran Pratishtha, remember the BJP has been targeting 80 out of 80. Of course, they will have to accommodate their ally RLD. There are speculations that 2 seats could be given to the RLD. Let's also focus right now UP with the maximum number of Lok Sabha seats. That's about 80 seats that you're looking at. But the renewed focus right now, as several BJP insiders have been talking about, right now the BJP is also focusing at the seats that they have lost in the past or they've lost with a narrow margin, particularly in the state of Uttar Pradesh, where you already have UP's General Secretary Sunil Bansal, who's currently camping in Uttar Pradesh. So the strategy is already in place. Advantage of a first move, all that put together, the poll bugle has already been sounded by the Prime Minister, Union Home Minister Amit Shah, as well as the Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh, with multiple rallies that were carried out just in the last few days. Let me once again bring in my colleague and our executive editor, Niranjan, who's joining us from the Bharat newsroom. Niranjan, first, let's try and focus on the new candidates who have been brought in, particularly if you look at what's happening in Uttar Pradesh right now. The focus would be about 80 to 80 is what they are looking at. So no seat for the opposition parties. This time the opposition is already weak. The RLD has moved out.
Shavan, I'm just going through the list here. There was one surprise, mention that I heard from the BJP, Raja Bhaiya. Raja Bhaiya has got a ticket from the BJP from Gonda. That's a big announcement. I'm just waiting to see the kind of reactions we get to Raja Bhaiya being given a BJP ticket. But going through the other big names from the state of Uttar Pradesh, which is going to be the game changer state for any election with that many seats on offer, which is about 80. Any party will have to win big in Uttar Pradesh to come back to power at the centre, and that is why the focus has been on Uttar Pradesh. Let me take you through some of the big names. Sanjeev Kumar Balyan from Muzaffarnagar. And Sanjeev Balyan from Muzaffarnagar. I'm going to take you through some of the other big names. Dr. Mahesh Sharma. Dr. Mahesh Sharma has been a union minister. Gautam Budh Nagar, which is Noida. And you have Hema Malini getting a ticket again from Mathura. Hema Malini has been retained. She gets a ticket from Mathura this time around. Satyapal Singh Baghel from Agra. And let me take you through some of the big names. Raju Bhaiya from Eta. And taking you through some of the other big names. Ajay Mishra Teni from Kheri. You're going to get some reactions to that one from the BJP. Going to take you through some of the other names. Shakshi Maharaj from Unnao. Rajnath Singh, Union Defence Minister, fighting from Lucknow. Smriti Irani, retained in Amethi. And taking you to some of the other big names, Shavan. Subrat Pathak from Kannauj. And taking you to some of the other names from Uttar Pradesh. I'm going to the 51 names. The 51 names that were announced by the BJP of the 80. So most of the seats have been announced. Sadhvi Niranjan Jyoti from Fatehpur. And she will fight another election. Jagdambika Pal from Domariaganj. And some of the other big names that I'm picking up. Pankaj Chaudhary from Maharajganj. Ravi Kishan, actor turned politician. Ravi Kishan from Gorakhpur once again. I'm going through some of the other big names. Neelam Sonkar from Lalganj. And Kripa Shankar Singh from Jaunpur. Mahendranath Pandey from Chandoli. And these are some of the big names. And in West Bengal as well, Shavan. In West Bengal, some big names, some big announcements being made. Nisit Pramanik from Cooch Bihar. He will fight another election. Shukanto Majumdar, who's a BJP chief in West Bengal, has got a ticket from Balurghat. And taking you through some of the other big names here. Jagannath Sarkar from Ranaghat. Shantanu Thakur from Bangaon. Dr. Anirban Ganguly from Jadavpur. Ratin Chakrabarti from Howrah. Loket Chatterjee gets another ticket from Hooghly. Shomendu Adhikari from the Adhikari stronghold of Khanti. He's the brother of Shomendu Adhikari. And I'm going to some of the other big names here, Shavan. Priya Saha from Bolpur. These are the 195 names. 195 names that have been announced. Abhishek is also joining us live. Abhishek will be able to put this in perspective for us because he's breaking down the names, numbers, the messaging that the BJP has done with this first list. Abhishek, what's your takeaway from the first list of the BJP? Abhishek.
Niranjan, so you see, I see continuity because this is the first list. Remember, 195 names. BJP, if it has to win 370 seats, they would be contesting something like 450 seats, which means this is less than half. So I see a continuity. The fact that Prime Minister, Union Home Minister, Smriti Irani, Rajnath Singh, the other ministers from Gujarat, like Mansukh Mandaviya, the new entrants who were earlier in Rajya Sabha, like Bhupendra Yadav, going to contest now. Also, apart from Bhupendra Yadav, of course, the big one, Rajiv Chandrasekhar from Tirunelveli taking on Shashi Tharoor of the Congress Party, Niranjan. So those are important takeaways, I would say. Also, interestingly, Pragya Thakur dropped from Bhopal. So the drops, so if you look at the names that have been dropped, Pragya Thakur from Bhopal is an important name that was dropped. Lok Sharma is going to be the new candidate from Bhopal. Look at the Delhi list, the 5 names announced. Only Manoj Tiwari gets repeated in the list. All 4 get changed. The most surprising being Praveen Khandelwal from Chandni Chowk. And of course, Sushma Swaraj's daughter, Bansuri Swaraj, who was being talked about from New Delhi, getting the seat, getting the ticket from the constituency. Also in the other changes or surprises, I would say, Anil Antony, who had joined the BJP from the Congress party just about 6 months back. And then, of course, Ritesh Pandey. Remember, he was leader of the Bahujan Samaj Party of Mayawati in the Lok Sabha till about 6 days back. He quit the BSP, joined the BJP, and is now candidate from the same seat, Ambedkar Nagar in Uttar Pradesh. Of course, Saket Mishra, he's the son-in-law of Mr. Nipendra Mishra. He's got a seat from Uttar Pradesh, Shravasti. So I beg your pardon, he's son of Mr. Nipendra Mishra, the former principal secretary to the Prime Minister and, of course, chairman of the Ram Temple Construction Committee. So these are some of the interesting names to be mentioned. As I see the list, C.R. Patil, the Gujarat BJP president from Navsari, Gujarat, his constituency. Purushottam Rupala, who earlier would contest from Saurashtra, but is now contesting from Rajkot. We have, among other names, repeats of Arjun Meghwal from Bikaner, S.P. Singh Baghel from Agra, Hema Malini from Mathura. So all those things, remember the list when it was announced, 34 sitting ministers being repeated. So I would say little less on surprises, just a nip and tuck job here and there. I think we will have to wait for the second list when it comes after the Central Election Committee meeting on 6th of March, Niranjan, for the bigger surprises with the kind of suggestion that has been coming and the experience that we have about the BJP of changing majority of the candidates based on feedback about their work. I think that would come in the second list. As of now, it seems more like a bit of a nip and tuck job here and there. For example, Jyoti Mirda, contesting from Nagaur, had moved from the Congress to the BJP just ahead of the Rajasthan election. I'm going through these names again as I go through the list. The changes which are there: Jyoti Mirda coming from the Congress, joining the BJP. Dushyant Singh, the son of former Chief Minister Vasundhara Raje, getting to contest from Jhalawar, which was earlier Vasundhara Raje's constituency. His constituency was Dholpur, so he moved from there. From Telangana, I think BJP putting the best foot forward. Both Bandi Sanjay and G. Kishan Reddy, the former and the present president of the party, contesting from Karimnagar and Secunderabad respectively. And I have mentioned, of course, Rajnath Singh, the Union Defence Minister from Lucknow, Smriti Irani, the Betnar of Rahul Gandhi, contesting again from Amethi. It would be interesting to see how the Congress responds to this, whether they are going to get Rahul Gandhi back from Wayanad or whether it would be Priyanka Gandhi, trying to get back or attempting to get back the Congress turf from Smriti Irani, who has, remember, just last week we saw those pictures coming in of she doing the prayers and Grah Pravesh for a new house she has made for herself in Amethi, her constituency. Amit Shah, of course, his own constituency, Gandhinagar, he has been representing it for the last 2 terms. And Faizabad, Ayodhya, Lallu Singh, he has already represented Ayodhya a couple of times, Niranjan. So, again, going by these names, I think Gorakhpur, Ravi Kishan, already a sitting member of parliament. Again, Azamgarh, Niraua, sitting member of parliament. So, Shantanu Thakur, of course, a minister from Bangaon. Shukanto Majumdar, the BJP president in Bengal, contesting from Belur Ghat. Pawan Singh is an interesting name in Asansol. If the Trinamool repeats Shatrughan Sinha, Niranjan, that would be an interesting Bihari fight in Bengal, so to say, because Pawan Singh is a known name in the Bhojpuri industry, film industry. So Pawan Singh versus Shatrughan Sinha, if Shatrughan Sinha gets a repeat from the Trinamool. So this is how I read the list. More of a continuity with a nip and tuck job. If there are to be surprises insofar as the BJP is concerned, we have to wait for the second list.
Yes, Shravan.
Well, in fact, we'll try and go across to Shweta, who's joining us from the Bharat newsroom. But before that, Abhishek, what's very clear from this first list is the focus that has been put on Uttar Pradesh. As I was speaking to Niranjan a short while back, this is with regards to the fact that before even the names were actually announced, you've had the UP General Secretary Sunil Bansal, who's been camping there, and largely the focus has been on the weak seats, the seats that they have lost in the past. So the focus is there, and of course a competition with the RLD with about 2 seats. So is this a clear indication right now, being the first, making the first move, also sending out the message that it's about a resolute leadership that is in place, and that's the reason why that gives the advantage to the Bharatiya Janata Party?
Well, good question, Shawan. So obviously this is a mark of a leadership which is very confident and resolute about and very clear about what they want to do and intend to do. So remember, we are still at least a fortnight away from general elections being announced by the Election Commission by way of a press conference and a model code of conduct kicking in. But the BJP has already made an announcement of almost half, a little less than half of its candidates, 195, in about 16 states and 34 sitting ministers being repeated. Now the breakup that was given, 28 of them are women, 47 interestingly below 50 years of age, so very fine mix of youth and 27 SC, 18 SC and 57 OBCs. That's the kind of breakup that came in. Now, again, coming to the question about whether the party has looked at winnability, yes. So the starkest example which I would give for that is the Ambedkar Nagar seat in Uttar Pradesh. Ritesh Pandey of the BSP, he had won the election last time, 2019, against BJP candidates. So obviously the BJP was sort of a little weak there. Now getting Ritesh Pandey there and to make him contest. Now again, if you go back down south in Kerala, Pathanamthitta is one seat which had seen the protests around the Sabrimala temple, and this is one constituency which is very close in terms of BJP possibly winning it, and it has a equal mix of Hindu and Christian population to make Anil Antony, the son of former veteran Congress leader AK Antony, to be contesting from there. Again, as you mentioned about the BJP's resolute resolve, etc. I think the fact that they are making many of their Rajya Sabha MPs who have been ministers to now contest in Lok Sabha, be it Rajiv Chandrasekhar in Thiruvananthapuram, be it Mansukh Mandavia from Porbandar. Remember, Mansukh Mandavia's home constituency is actually Bhavnagar, but he is being made to contest from Porbandar. Purushottam Rupala, he was a Rajya Sabha member, just completed his term. He is going to contest from Rajkot, as I can see many of these names. Bhupendra Yadav from Alwar, the first time he would be contesting an election. He has been a Rajya Sabha member for 2 times, now contesting from Alwar in Rajasthan. So I think the BJP sending across a message that their leadership has to have grassroots grip, and so all those people who have been in the Rajya Sabha now have to go to the Lok Sabha. For example, when the second list comes, Shawan, you can expect Piyush Goyal contesting from some seat in Mumbai. You can expect even Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, for example, contesting from some seat in Tamil Nadu, because remember, that's one state which has been sort of a holy grail for the BJP, or Achilles heel, in fact. And that's where the BJP is expecting to sort of increase its vote share by at least doubling it or maybe tripling it from 4% to possibly 8% and even 12%, in which case there is a likelihood of BJP translating some of that increase in vote share into seats. So whether to ride that tide, the BJP would want to put a big face from its Union Council of Ministers, in which case does it happen to be the Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman, that possibility of which is being talked about among other things. So I think, Niranjan, Shawan, I see a lot of surprises coming in the second list because much of South still remains, Tamil Nadu remains untouched in this list that we have got. Maharashtra remains untouched in this list that we have got. And we got Kerala, of course, but Andhra remains untouched in this list. We have got some seats of Rajasthan, Gujarat, pretty much almost all of Madhya Pradesh with 24 seats. Surprise there of Pragya Thakur being dropped. Not surprise, actually, it was expected. Uttar Pradesh, 51 seats. Now, that's a big one. The fact that UP has 80 seats, of which 51 have been announced, clearly shows the kind of confidence that the BJP has insofar as the key state when it comes to Indian politics. You know, it's said that the way to Delhi goes via Lucknow, and for BJP to be putting its best case forward in the first list itself, insofar as Uttar Pradesh is concerned, announcing 51 seats really gives you an idea of the kind of clarity the party has. Again, Bengal, 20 seats being announced. BJP already has 18 sitting MPs. Prime Minister has been campaigning there for the last 2 days, and he would be again there on 5th and 6th for another 2 days. Just give the kind of focus that's there on Bengal to retain and consolidate and possibly better its tally from 2019 at 18 seats. Gujarat, 15 seats announced. Interesting. Of the 26 seats that are there in the state, 11 seats still remain. So, there could be some interesting surprises there. The fact that the Bharut seat is going to Mansukh Wasawa, who has been there for a while now. He's a veteran of the seat, in fact. And the Congress party has given this seat, psychologically at least, associated with its former strategist Ahmed Patel to the Aam Aadmi Party. And Chetar Wasaba would be contesting against BJP's Mansukh Wasawa from there. So I think those are interesting. Jyotiraditya Scindia contesting from Guna in Madhya Pradesh. Shivraj Singh Chauhan, the former chief minister, finally getting accommodated and contesting from Vidisha. So I think these are important takeaways as I see these names. Again, a mix of, as I said, continuity in the form of Dr. Jitendra Singh, again contesting from Udhampur, C.R. Patil, the sitting MP and BJP president of Gujarat, contesting from Navsari, and the big ones, of course, Prime Minister Narendra Modi from Varanasi and the Union Home Minister Amit Shah from Gandhinagar. As I said, I would still say there would be surprises in the second list, whether Prime Minister is going to contest from a second seat down south. But in any case, some of the union ministers who have been in the Rajya Sabha getting their names in the list like this time. So in the second list, including the possibility of Piyush Goyal and Nirmala Sitharaman from Mumbai and somewhere in Tamil Nadu, respectively. I think this is going to be interesting. Second list, the present one, more like a continuity with a nip and tuck job, just to make sure that whatever creases were there are ironed out. So, for example, the Bhopal seat was one aspect. Then the fact that in Delhi, of the 5 candidates that have been announced, only one, I believe, of Northeast. I think we are getting Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
और जन कल्याण के कामों में इतिहास रचा गया है। हम सब राष्ट्रीय पुनर्निर्माण के मिशन के कार्यकर्ता हैं और पार्टी जो काम उचित समझती है वो काम पार्टी के कार्यकर्ताओं को देती है। अभी पार्टी ने हम जैसे कार्यकर्ताओं को चुनाव लड़ाने का फैसला किया है। राष्ट्रीय पुनर्निर्माण के मिशन में गिलहरी की तरह योगदान देने का अवसर पार्टी ने दिया है और प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में विकसित भारत का संकल्प पूरा होने वाला है। उस संकल्प की पूर्ति में अपनी संपूर्ण क्षमता को लगा के हम काम करेंगे। मैं माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी का, आदरणीय राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी नड्डा जी का, अमित जी का, केंद्रीय नेतृत्व का आभारी हूँ। विदिशा से सदैव से मेरा आत्मीय रिश्ता रहा है। फिर एक बार सेवा का सौभाग्य मिला है।
सर, जो 195 लोगों की लिस्ट आई है और मध्य प्रदेश के 24 लोगों की लिस्ट आई है, उसमें अगर देखा जाए पूरे 195 लोगों की लिस्ट में, तो उसमें यूथ को काफ़ी मौका दिया गया है। 50 से कम उम्र के 47 लोगों को मौका दिया।
बहुत संतुलित सूची है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने, आदरणीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने, राष्ट्रीय अध्यक्ष जी ने, अमित जी ने, केंद्रीय नेतृत्व ने बहुत सोच समझ के फैसले किए हैं। युवाओं को भी अवसर दिया गया है। समाज के हर वर्ग को, टैलेंट को, अलग अलग तरह का काम करने वाले लोगों को, बहनों को, सभी को पर्याप्त प्रतिनिधित्व दिया गया है। बहुत संतुलित और बहुत योग्य टीम का चयन भारतीय जनता पार्टी ने किया है।
ज्योतिरादित्य सिंधिया को भी टिकट,
हाँ, उनको भी बहुत बधाई। बहुत सोच समझ के पार्टी ने अपने उम्मीदवार उतारे।
सर, आपका एक बयान खूब चर्चाओं में रहा था कि मैं दिल्ली नहीं जाऊंगा। आप दिल्ली ने बुलाया।
मैंने कभी नहीं कहा। अरे देखो, उसको आप अनर्गल तरीके से चीजों को मत लो। मैंने हमेशा ये कहा था कि मैं पार्टी का कार्यकर्ता हूं और जो काम देगी पार्टी, मेरे लिए कोई काम छोटा और बड़ा नहीं है, उस काम को मैं पूरा करूंगा।
Well, there's been a massive rejig as far as the New Delhi seats are concerned. At least two sitting parliamentarians have been retained. The rest of them have all changed. The big name coming in is from the New Delhi constituency. That is former Union Minister Sushma Swaraj's daughter Bansiri Swaraj, who's spoken to my colleague Piyush. Listen.
We have with us the candidate from the New Delhi seat for the BJP, Ms. Bansiri Swaraj. First of all, ma'am, thank you so much for speaking to us. Let me just remind you that the first first female chief minister of Delhi was your mother. So how do you now reminiscence your mother when you're being appointed as the BJP candidate from the New Delhi seat?
I know that my mother's blessings are always up, are with me, and wherever she is up above in heaven, she would be elated. But let me be very honest, this is not a ticket for me. This ticket belongs to every single Karyakarta of Bharatiya Janata Party in the New Delhi Lok Sabha seat. I'm extremely grateful to the Honorable Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi ji, the Honorable HM Shri Amit Shah ji, our Rashtriya Adhyaksh Honorable Nadda ji, Mananiya BL Santosh ji, our Pradesh Adhyaksh Shri Virendra Sachdeva ji, our Sangathan Mahamantri Shri Pawan Rana ji, the in charge of Delhi Shri Jay Panda ji, my older sister Alka Gujar ji, and every single Karyakarta of Bharatiya Janata Party, that they have bestowed this opportunity on me.
Ma'am, you mentioned that your cadre is the one who's responsible for making you worthy of becoming the candidate from the New Delhi seat. How exactly would you work along with your cadre, because BJP is the party of cadres? How along would you work with your cadres to make sure that you are going to at least be worthy candidate from the New Delhi seat?
I'll be very honest. The whole aspect is that Modi ki guarantee pe there is absolute 100% belief of each and every Bharatiya, and each and every Karyakarta of Bharatiya Janata Party is going to work very hard for ab ki baar 400 baar phir ek baar Modi Sarkar.
Three promises which you're going to be telling your voters to make sure that Modi ki guarantee is going to be there coming for the third term.
मोदी की गारंटी पूरे होने की गारंटी है। ये अपने आप में सुशासन का इतना बड़ा आश्वासन है कि उसके बाद मेरे वायदों का कोई महत्व नहीं रह जाता। लेकिन हाँ, मैं एक विनम्र निवेदन जरूर करती हूँ कि मैं नई दिल्ली संसदीय क्षेत्र की अपेक्षाओं पर खरी उतरने के लिए पूरी निष्ठा से काम करूंगी।
All the best to you, ma'am. Thank you. So here was the New Delhi candidate from BJP, Bansiri.
Let me also quickly go across to my colleague Shweta. Meanwhile, I'm given to understand Praveen Khandelwal, who's contesting from the Chandni Chowk constituency, has also joined with us. So we'll play out that reaction in a short while from now. But Shweta, सबसे पहले सवाल ये करना चाहूँगा कि जिस तरह से कई सारे सीट्स, अगर उत्तर प्रदेश की बात करें, 50 से ऊपर जितने भी सीट्स हैं, उसमें जितने लोग थे उनके नाम वापस दोहराए गए। तो जो कहा जा रहा था कि एक सरप्राइज लिस्ट निकल कर आ सकती है यूपी के लिए, वो नहीं हुआ है। सेकंड लिस्ट की तैयारी हो रही है।
बिल्कुल श्रवण, आप सही कह रहे हैं। देखिए, जो एक सरप्राइज एलिमेंट की बात हो रही थी वो नहीं हुआ, लेकिन इंपॉर्टेंट है। देखिए, कुछ सीटें ऐसी हैं जहां पर बीजेपी को मुश्किल उठानी पड़ सकती थी अगर वहां पर वही एग्जिस्टिंग अगर जो एमपीज उनको दिया जाता। तो इसमें इंपॉर्टेंट सीट है गोंडा की, जहां पर बृजभूषण शरण सिंह को टिकट नहीं दिया गया, कीर्तिवर्धन सिंह को वहां से टिकट दिया गया है। और इस पूरी लिस्ट को अगर आप श्रवण देखेंगे तो इसमें सोशल इंजीनियरिंग के उस फॉर्मूले को सेट करने की कोशिश की गई है जिसमें प्रधानमंत्री हमेशा इस बात का जिक्र करते थे। वो कास्ट को एक तरह से कहें जो उनका डिवाइडेशन था वो था गरीब, पिछड़ा, अल्पसंख्यक, महिलाएं। और ये तमाम जो फिगर्स हैं वो हमें इस पूरी लिस्ट में देखने को मिल रही है। जो 195 कैंडिडेट्स की लिस्ट आई है, इसमें ये बिल्कुल क्लियर किया गया है। लेकिन सबसे ज्यादा शॉकिंग लिस्ट अगर कहीं की है तो वो है दिल्ली की, क्योंकि दिल्ली में जो 7 सीटें हैं उनमें से जो 5 सीटें हैं इनमें तो 3 जो एग्जिस्टिंग कैंडिडेट है इनके टिकट काट दिए गए। यानी पूरा का पूरा फोकस अगर हम देखें इन सारी लिस्ट में, वो अगर कहीं शॉकिंग फैक्टर के तौर पर आता है तो वो सबसे ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट आता है दिल्ली में। लेकिन साथ ही साथ उन सीटों पर, खास तौर पर जहां पर बीजेपी के के लिए एक तरीके से कई सवाल खड़े हो रहे थे, वहां पर उन्होंने उस समीकरण को बदला भी है और उस समीकरण को उन्होंने साधने की कोशिश की है। सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट जिस तरह से बांसुरी स्वराज बात भी कर रही थी, वो पूरी तरह से कॉन्फिडेंट है, मोदी गारंटी की बात कर रही है। वहां से मीनाक्षी लेखी का टिकट काटा गया है। ये समझिए बड़े चेहरों का भी टिकट काटा गया है, लेकिन इनमें सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट है वो चेहरा, जैसे अगर मथुरा की बात करें तो वहां पे हेमा मालिनी को टिकट दिया गया है। वो चेहरा, जैसे अगर नोएडा की बात करें, गौतम बुद्ध नगर सीट की बात करें तो डॉक्टर महेश शर्मा को फिर से यहां से रिपीट किया गया है। यानी वो इससे पहले जो जिन नामों का जिक्र हो रहा था कि हो सकता है पार्टी इनके नाम पर दूसरे विकल्पों पर ध्यान करे, कोई और ऑल्टरनेटिव नेम्स को लेकर क्या, ऐसा नहीं हुआ है। इसीलिए ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि इस पूरी लिस्ट को देखें तो इसमें सोशल इंजीनियरिंग का जो फॉर्मूला है उसको पूरी तरह से सेट करने की कोशिश की गई है, ताकि कोई भी ये ना कहे कि हमारी अनदेखी की गई है, हमें इग्नोर कर दिया गया है। वो जो चीजें हैं उसका बहुत खास तौर पे फोकस रखा गया है। श्रवण,
so much, Shweta, for joining us with those details. We'll keep a track of all the developments. This is the first of the BJP for the upcoming 2024 elections, and you can see the celebrations have also broken out in the respective candidates' residences also. So we will keep a track and get you more details and more perspectives on what this really means ahead of the elections. But right